Hey, what's up everyone? John here from TestPrepInsight.com, and today I'm going to be directly comparing Memrise and Babbel. Our team has purchased, used, and thoroughly tested out each of these language programs, and now it's time to tell you which one we think is better. So if you're ready, let's get to it. Okay, welcome back. I should mention up front here that since I'll primarily just be focusing on the major areas in which Babbel is better than Memrise and vice versa, if you find any more detail at any point during this video, or if you really want to dig in regarding each company's lesson structure, format, and learning framework, you can always check out our full detailed written comparison over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Memrise versus Babbel. Alright, so let's break down what the lessons from both companies are like, starting first with Babbel. And their lessons are fairly short, about 10 to 15 minutes long in total. They're comprised of several quick-hit drills and exercises that span listening, reading, writing, and speaking. I'm talking digital flashcards, reconstructing phrases and sentences, fill in the blanks, and completing mock conversations, just to name a few. Overall, the Babbel lessons take a very fast-moving, blended approach, sort of throwing the same content at you in a variety of different ways, which really forces you to interact with the material. And as a result, you really don't get bored. Babbel does a great job keeping your attention. Then moving over to Memrise, their lessons are actually fairly similar to Babbel's. It's a lot of quick-hit drills and exercises, but with two main exceptions. First, the Memrise lessons generally start with a series of short videos where locals speaking in their native language introduce you to words and phrases. I'll talk more about the specific benefits of that here in a second. And second, with Memrise, you can adjust your preferences to control how long you want each learning session to be. So if you want to keep the lesson short, you can set your words per review session to 10, or if you really want to stretch it out and quickly make a lot of progress, you can adjust the settings to 50 new words and phrases per session. And I know I covered that pretty quickly, so if you want to see some examples of either company's lessons or drills, then be sure to check out that full detailed written comparison I mentioned. I'll have it linked down below in the description. I have screenshots and examples over there so you can get a better feel for what to expect. Alright, so now that we've covered how the lessons are structured, let's quickly compare pricing, starting with Babbel. They offer a few different plans, ranging from around $7 per month for their one-year plan up to $14 per month for their pay-as-you-go plan. Or you can purchase a lifetime pass, which includes access to all of their languages for around $500. It just depends on how long you want to commit to and pay for in advance. Now with Memrise, on the other hand, they're a little different in that they actually offer a free version, but as you might imagine, it is somewhat limited. So as a result, a lot of folks opt for their Pro plan, which unlocks all of Memrise's content and features across their 20 or so languages. This costs around $8 per month if you want to go month to month, $60 if you want to pay up for an entire year, or $120 if you want to purchase a lifetime pass. So overall, it's pretty clear that Memrise is the cheaper option if you're on a tight budget. But really, the plans from both companies are pretty affordable. And I should mention though that Babbel does offer a 20-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied, so that's also a nice insurance policy. Also, both Memrise and Babbel regularly offer deals and special promotions, so be sure to check out the description below for coupon codes. I'll drop any current discounts that I can find down there for you. Maybe save yourself some coin. And by the way, if I could just say, we work really hard to produce honest, helpful, and informative content, all totally free. So if Memrise or Babbel end up being the right choice for you, we'd really appreciate it if you use those links down below in the description. Using those links supports our channel and allows us to keep creating these types of helpful review videos. And if it turns out that neither Memrise or Babbel is a great fit for you, it's no problem at all. My ultimate goal is to get you matched up with the right language learning program. We have a ton of other helpful reviews and comparisons of other companies that you can check out. Okay, let's get to the good stuff now and cover the main advantages of using Babbel over Memrise and vice versa. And let's start with Babbel. Advantage number one in their favor is that they make grammar, content, and instruction a priority, whereas with Memrise, grammar sort of takes a back seat. And the nice thing here is that Babbel doesn't overwhelm you with long, boring explanations of grammatical principles. Instead, they integrate grammar instruction into their lessons in a very manageable and efficient way. For example, one grammar exercise might include just a brief 1 to 2 sentence explanation in your target language regarding feminine nouns or adjectives versus adverbs, and then you participate by filling in the blanks and example sentences to ensure you understand the concept. So overall, I have to give Babbel 2 thumbs up here. They really go out of their way to emphasize grammar within their lessons and make it easy for you to understand. Alright, so moving on. Advantage number 2. I think Babbel does a better job than Memrise of developing your speaking skills. I just think their verbal exercises are a little bit more robust than what Memrise offers. With Memrise, you're really just asked to repeat words and phrases in a vacuum. Plus, their speech recognition technology is just okay. I definitely think Babbel wins in that department as well. So overall, when it comes to practicing your conversational skills, I'd give Babbel the edge over Memrise. But if I'm being honest, I wouldn't consider either to be an industry leader in this respect. If you value verbal practice over everything else, you might want to check out Pimsleur or Rocket Languages. Their language programs do a really good job of encouraging you to practice using your target language and respond to native speakers within the context of simulated conversations. I'll go ahead and link our reviews of Pimsleur and Rocket Languages down below for you. Okay, so last advantage here in favor of Babbel is that they offer live classes. Now, to be clear, these classes are not included in Babbel's standard subscription packages. You do have to pay extra. But essentially, the company offers hundreds of small group live classes per week across all different learning levels. And by small group, I mean no more than 6 students per class. Each class is typically around an hour long and covers all sorts of different topics. For example, if Italian is your target language, the class topics might range from Italian dining to phrases you need to know for work, historical events. It really varies widely, and you can get down some serious rabbit holes and learn about some really interesting topics, all while improving your language skills. Overall, they're just a fantastic way to dive deeper into specific subjects, converse with your peers that are also learning, and learn from experienced instructors. And since there are so many classes, you can basically pick the days and times that work for you and drop in and out of the classes as you want. Alright, so let's flip the script now and cover the major advantages in favor of Memrise. But before I get to that, I should mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we give away a free language learning course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter. Everyone is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description, but just know, it takes less than 10 seconds to enter, and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free Memrise Pro or Babbel subscription. Alright, so let's talk Memrise. And advantage number 1 in their favor are the videos that they incorporate into their lessons. This is a pretty unique feature that you don't see very often in the language learning industry. For example, with Babbel, there are no videos, only audio, text, and images. But with Memrise, you actually get to watch video clips of locals speak your target language, which just feels a lot more intimate and personal. You can observe their body language, their hand gestures, you notice their inflection as they pronounce certain words and phrases, all of which, in my opinion, is extremely valuable. It really helps you understand the nuances and learn the target language faster. So overall, I have to hand it to Memrise here. I love that their lessons use video to help illustrate the language. Okay, so advantage number 2. I like that Memrise offers customers access to hundreds and hundreds of user-generated courses in addition to the company's own proprietary courses. This allows you to go beyond the standard lessons and really dig into specific topics that might interest you. For example, if you're learning German, there's courses that cover local soccer leagues, beer gardens, car racing, musicals, the list goes on and on. Basically, you'll never run out of content with Memrise. And it's awesome that you can find super unique courses that match your specific interests, hobbies, and passions. You can essentially build an entire language program around your individual likes and dislikes to help keep you interested and motivated. Okay, last up here, advantage number 3 is the fact that you can customize the length of your lessons and learning sessions with Memrise and sort of mold the program around your schedule. If you have a lot of free time, you can crank up your words per review session to 100 and quickly make a lot of progress. Or if you have a full-time job or you're a busy mom or dad and only have a few minutes to spare each day, then you can set your words per review session to 5 and really slow things down to fit your calendar. It's just great that Memrise offers you that sort of flexibility. And that about does it for the detail in this comparison, so let's get to my final verdict. Should you choose Memrise or Babbel? Well, after testing each program, it's a very close call. Honestly, too close. One program doesn't stand head and shoulders above the other in my opinion. On the one hand, I like that Memrise incorporates videos of native speakers into their lessons, and their vast library of user-generated courses is super valuable. But on the other hand, I like that Babbel makes grammar more of a priority, I like that their lessons are a bit better for developing your conversational skills, and of course their live classes are awesome. So if I had to pick just one, I would probably lean towards Babbel, just because I think their language courses overall are a little bit more well-rounded. But again, it's very close. I don't think you can go wrong with either Memrise or Babbel. And that's all I have for you in this review video. I hope it's been helpful and you learned a little something. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping us a quick comment below. That'd really be appreciated. And if you want to learn more about each company, or again, see that full detailed rating comparison that I mentioned earlier on, make sure to hop on over to our website, testprepinsight.com, or check out the rest of the videos on our YouTube channel. We have a ton of great language content out there. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.